Welcome to another Age of Empires forecasted game. We got in the color orange, playing as the French. It's loathe. And in the color pink, playing as the Chushi's Legacy. It's boy 3920. Hello everybody, how are you doing? We got an interesting match today. We got the Chushi's Legacy. A civilization that a lot of people have been experimenting, and compared to his other brother, the Chinese, it's quite aggressive. Against a civilization that was considered aggressive the whole time since the beginning of the game. It's the French, just because they have the Royal Knights and well, the best cavalry in the game. And you can just overwhelm your opponent and harass. It's such a powerful civilization, but we're gonna see how these two players play against each other. Just because the Chushi's Legacy is no longer like the average Chinese, where they are more focused on defenses, more economy. This one's more focused on well, they're still focused on economy. It has a lot of economic bonuses, don't get me wrong. It's just that they just play differently. And with that, it gives a lot of possibilities for players to experiment with some aggressive styles, and we may see that. We may see that now. We got a passive, like a classic opening here. No Dark Age aggression or anything like that. I guess boss civilizations will just go to feudal with just nothing else, you know. Just go feudal. And then after feudal, then just start harassing your opponent. I'm gonna put the villagers here just because you can see how many villagers are on each resource. So in case you want to see like a build order or anything, you can just check. It's always a good way to learn how many villagers you should put in which resource so that you can support your strategy. Now we see the School of Cavalry being built with 5 villagers. Quite a lot of villagers, honestly, so meaning loathe may go for early aggression or a feudal all-in. That may be the case. And we see Meditation Gardens, which has quite a bit of wood. Have the food here, you get the gold, so you basically get 3 resources. What Meditation Garden does is generates resources depending on the type of resources that are nearby. Of course, the more resources, the more income is generated. So typically players go for this landmark first just because they have a nice passive income. Well, let's see where he takes it from here. Like, boy, just gotta go for wood, probably go for a second town center or start building his production. They have 4 villagers on foot, enough to sustain constant villager production. Meanwhile, loathe, not really interested in production yet, has 8 villagers on foot, meaning he will have a knight as soon as this landmark is finished. That goes directly into his base. You gotta be careful with this. You don't want to walk here. And see his opponent already building a barracks. The immediate counter for the Royal Knight. It's a 1 or 2 spearmen is enough to scare a Royal Knight and go somewhere else. And loathe scouts it out, so he should be able to build an archery range soon, just so that he can deal with the spearman. Actually, we see archery range also going for the boy. The spearman already in position here. Usually you want to put them in the area that you're most vulnerable. So for example, here you're quite far from the town center, so you gotta be careful here. And remember, the Chushi's Legacy don't have regular archers, they only have access to Trigonus. So it makes it easier to go Trigonus at the beginning, just because you don't need the Song Dynasty to produce them. So you can just have them at the beginning and just have early Trigonus, which we see a lot of players go to Mass Trigonus. See a knight already in the enemy base. I'll be able to take here. Meditation's gardens not working quite well. People won't be able to meditate here. It's such a beautiful landmark. This is a screenshot moment. I don't think so, but it could be. It could be. I always like to take many screenshots, even if some of them don't go to the thumbnail of the video. Always nice to see them. And there you go, nice. Doesn't get a villager yet. Managed to get quite a few shots from the town center. They're already half HP. You see Chugunus being built already. Knight gonna get stunned by the spearman. If you don't know, the spearman, they can just stay there, and when you attack, basically you will stun the knight with that's a passive bonus for the spearman. I mean, it's very funny because it doesn't say here. It's one of those things that when you play you notice that the spearman actually stun you. So just be aware of that. Now, so far meditation gardens not being able to generate much resources for boy. This landmark hasn't paid much yet. See, archers are already going for a load. It's in a good position here already. 3 knights in the north. Be careful with those tribunes here. Get one every 15 seconds. Already 8 tribunes in the field. Looks like it will be the go-to unit for the Chushi's legacy. The village being built here. Be safe. If there is not enough spot in the town center, you can always go to the village. Now, no Song Dynasty here for the Chinese yet. They get extra... they get discounts for non-military buildings such as villagers or granaries. Especially if you want to do a farm transition, you need to do it in the Song Dynasty, just because your farms are cheaper. The French not really opting for a second town center yet. Looks like he's going all in here, and he's gonna retreat. A bit of a uncomfortable position for him because he cannot really harass with this army already. Chinese are already with 28 military units, matching the military value for his opponent. And quite a lot of spearmen, so you gotta be careful not losing the knights. Like, as the French, you have much more to lose than to win if you encounter a fight here. The scout gonna say hi and leave. That's classic, right? And looks like these armies are not gonna find each other. That's a problem, because if the French knight is in your base, you're gonna have some units to deal with it, and looks like he has some. He only sent some units to harass his opponent. Looks like he will be successful here. Not much defenses for the French yet. Goldmine gonna get harassed here. Now, loathe, decide to go for deer. Quite a dangerous situation just because your opponent is out there. You don't want to lose any villager here. Remember, the French has the bonus for creating villagers. They create them faster, so they have an advantage here when it comes to villager production. They're already 2 villagers ahead of his opponent. 9 minutes into the game. Both of them sitting in one town center. Now you gotta be careful not losing this knight against those spearmen. See, the knight gets stuck here and doesn't manage to go out. Looks like it's gonna go down with the town center. Managed to lift just by an inch, and that's not a good encounter. There are units everywhere here for the Trish's legacy. Units inside the base. I don't really care about the town center. Attacking this, like, just don't mind me. I have to deal with the stuff here, and also the stuff here in the north, and also the stuff that it's in the base, so that's quite it's quite hard to manage. See more villages going for the boy. spending a lot of resources on this, where you can easily go for the Song Dynasty. It looks like he decided to go for more military units. Now, loathe sitting in only 10 units. The only thing that is saving him is the knights, but there's not much thing a knight can do against this army here. You need a lot of archers, like much more than 6. Well, looks like that's what he decides to do. He has an archery range coming. Scout goes down. Now more units coming from this side. This is a sandwich, you know. You got units here in your base, and you got units here. It's quite hard to micro. See more knights coming. Army value start to get a big difference. 52 military units for the boy. Archers trying to deal with the spearman, but not enough archers here. Looks like the armies are gonna merge here, having a big Juggernaut mass. Meanwhile, more harassment. Going inside the base, nice villager kills going out here. Managed to get 5 villager kills so far, but the problem is this army. This army, it's quite scary. More military numbers going up for the boy. Looks like the knights haven't been able to deal with the knights here. The knights are doing quite a good job already. Killing a lot of villagers, already 8, 9, and probably will be more. Leaving loathe with a big economic advantage. The problem is he also has meditation gardens, which is being interrupted now. French still trying to survive here, but now loathe decides to go with palace guards and also building his first ram. This is a big push already, 55 workers. Now with the knight down, loathe not sitting in a very good position here, only 2 knights and 5 archers against 36 Jugnus, 19 spearmen. And a couple of rams are coming, and the early palace guards already arrived here. And there goes the push of the dead here. Look at the damage of the Jugnus. It's just so... It's insane, actually. It's really insane how much Jugnus you can get with the Shushi's Legacy at the beginning. And so early, just because the Chinese need to get the Song Dynasty first, so they need 2 landmarks. They already invest quite a lot of time in going into the Jugnus, but the Shushi's Legacy just have them instantly. You see more archers coming up for loathe. Not doing a very good job with the military. Really losing a lot of resources, and there you go. Get a big battle going here. Shushi's Legacy already doing quite a lot of damage here. With 3 rams, 4 to 1 to come. Looks like loathe don't have anything to do with this. It's like the knights still killing villagers, but it really doesn't matter. At this point, the villagers doesn't matter. What matters is the military count. And the important thing is your opponent has 50 more military units than you. And even the town center not gonna be able to do a good job. It's already 4 rams here. It's a deadly push. It's a deadly push coming from the Shushi's Legacy. Well, looks like the French, it's gonna go down soon. We're gonna focus on the villagers now. A lot of villagers going down for the French player. More units coming for the boy, more Jugnus, more spearmen. Archers now inside the town center. They're gonna get melted by the Jugnus here. And now with the last landmark, it's gonna be the School of Cavalry. Looks like loathe There's no way he can get out of this. And how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this mass of tribunes? This is crazy strong. I don't know if this civilization is gonna get a patch here, but let's see. Hopefully in the future this civilization gets nerfed a little bit because it's a little bit powerful. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.